It's time to check on Ibaraki's summer, Hawaiian summer. Let's go see how the banana is getting along.
Good morning, Master. It looks like it's going to be another beautiful day in Luluhawa. Why don't we start it off with some breakfast? Now, what do I feel like today? Did you hear that, Master? It sounded like it was coming from the buffet.
The hell was that sound? Yo, Master, come with me. Damn it, how many times have I gotta tell these guys no fighting at the frickin' hotel? Okay, let's get back to it.
Oh, that was delicious. Now, where were we? Here's to a good, clean fight. And by that I mean I'm gonna yank your guts out through your throat and use your entrails to hang you from the nearest banyan fig tree. Ugh, you're disgusting. People eat here, you know. Why can't you just vaporize your opponents so there's no mess to clean up like me? Personally, I'd kind of rather you didn't fight in the dining area at all. Excuse me, what's going on here?
Didn't I tell you to cut that shit out? If you're gonna fight, take it to the beach.
I'm afraid I can't do that. I would never be so foolish enough to turn my back on an Oni.
Not doing it either. I know her type. She's the kind of monster who wouldn't think twice about lying to your face and stabbing you in the back.
So? Of course I couldn't care less about anyone who isn't Master. So what's your point?
Alright, what's this all about now?
Master! Oh, please help me. I was so scared. I was just defending myself against Ibaraki's terrifying outburst. No, I was fighting to protect humanity itself.
What the hell? She seriously changed her tune here.
I understand how you feel. Kiyohime's sudden personality changes are, drastic.
Alright, Kyo, have a seat.
Hi!
If you guys want to fight, then take it to the beach. I'm the one who's got to clean up this mess, you know? Now go on and take Master with you.
So why were you fighting anyway? Well, it went something like this. Isn't that... Oh, it's just a little dragon. Come on now, Ibaraki, you should know better than to go around picking fights. Little? Now you're one to talk. What's an Oni who's been banned from almost everywhere doing in a nice hotel like this? Shouldn't a berserker like you be staying in a box on the side of the road or something? And Kiyohime went and dumped a gas on the fire. Ha! Hate to break it to you, but I'm a Lancer now. I've got twice as much patience and the same amount of hatred. I'm so strong right now, I could get used to this Lancer business. What? A Lancer? Well then, time for you to die. How does that make sense? I trust you see now why that foul Oni and I could never possibly get along. You're just being dumb. Come on, Master, I didn't do anything wrong, right? In this one very specific case, I mean. Lancer. Come to think of it, you're a Lancer now too, aren't you, Kiyohime? Exactly. That's exactly the problem. I knew you would understand, Mash. So you tried to kill her because she's a Lancer just like you? Yes, that's right. We're both Berserkers who became Lancers. We're far too much alike to be on the same stage. There can be only one. No, there can't. I mean, yes, there can. Wait, What
about your noble phantasms? Those aren't similar, right?
Yeah, our noble phantasms are nothing alike. Mine is awesomely fun and flashy and just plain cool. And yours is, well, I'm not usually one to judge, but isn't it kinda grisly? I mean, it's something you came up with for the person you supposedly love, right? Is that a challenge? Hey, I'm just calling it how I see it. You don't think my noble phantasm is grisly, do you, Master?
No, just practice my whistling.
Master? Compare it to mine. It's so dazzling you'd never think it belonged to an Oni, and it shines even brighter at night. True, that noble phantasm does seem like it would be most effective at night.
Well, that's perfect then. There's something I'd like you to help me with this evening.
Huh? Huh?
Well, you see. Blah, 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 blah.
I can't believe he wanted us to use our noble phantasms to put on a show and spread the word about his hotel. Just what does he think Oni are, anyway? My noble phantasm is only meant for Master. There are far too many ways to interpret that. Don't worry about it. Just use it once and that'll be the end of it. Luckily, the beach here is pretty much overrun with crabs and chickens at night. Oh, that sounded like a chicken just now. Boudica! I know, don't worry. The oven's all warmed up and ready. Just keep 'em coming. You've got it! Just sit back and leave everything to me. All I demand in return is that you save the best parts for me. Yes, I know. Alright, Master, let's do this thing. Fried chicken, deep fried chicken, barbecue chicken, rotisserie chicken, chicken sashimi. This is shaping up to be a decent meal. Now let's chow down Oni style.
Now I want to eat some chicken. That's a big chicken. A large. Ah. Ouch.
勤務時フォーリナーズバッといきます。ダブル X ポーン小手調べなど来いアーバロン。
Ba bum ba-da-dum ba-da-da-dum bum.
ズバッといきます。
おてんばですか？おてんばです。
ささやかに。
バーンボタン。
うーん。
BB チャンネル in ハワイ。悪夢のクレーターにご招待。チェスト。
Actually, let's
お願い。
lock those cards in, shall we?
遊びやおてんばですか？おてんばです。
Oh, chat, stop your tantrums. Man, I'm not sure what's up with I'm not sure what's up with MPs, but some of them just sometimes don't have the voice lines. Weird. Really weird.
しばしお待ちを。夏といえばカレーですので。こういうこともできる。
Why are most of the characters busty or lolly? Because you can't just have a busty lolly.
ズバッといきます。
Or can you? Looks at passionate. Yeah, weird. We were getting that voice line earlier too. Why do the voice lines do that lately?
かくしてグレートデビルな BB ちゃんは浜辺でも無敵なのでした。
Behold! The fireworks of Mount Toei! What a beautiful, noble phantasm! It really is evocative of summer. Right? Joan Alter and Shuten came up with the name for it. Joan Alter's contribution was... Isn't your noble phantasm just, what's it called? Rakuten Faust, I think? No, it's nothing like that. First my spear turns into 5 spears, then it turns into a fist. Then I imagine that they're Suna, and I punch the living hell out of them. And that launches them way up into the air. Ah, I gotcha. So it's an Ovalair Schnitt. Shuten fiddled around with my spirit origin to make it for me. She said if my spirit origin was gonna change, my noble phantasm ought to change with it. I was so glad she helped, but it really tickled. By the way, what language are those words anyway? It sounds really cool. German. I think that if I were to name your noble phantasm, I'd call it something like Encomium Moriae. Encomium Moriae. And from Shuten? I'm not really sure how one should go about naming a noble phantasm. Oh wait, I just thought of something. Now, what was it called again? We didn't have a word for it back when we were alive, you know. Those things that tear off when you twist them and fall apart if you squeeze them. What was it again? Anyway, back to noble phantasms. If by some quirk of fate you find yourself with a new one someday, the question is, what should you call it? Well, Ibaraki, like I said, I don't know too much about this stuff. But what about something like, I don't know, the fireworks of Mount Oe? And of course, if you're gonna call it something like that, you'd better make sure it's as pretty as the real thing, you hear? Listen, Ibaraki. Oni like us are supposed to be greedy about everything, you know. It's in our nature. So if there's two things you want, you have to make sure you get both. Sure, you could find one thing you want and hang on to it, or find one person you want and gnaw on them until you've gobbled up every last bit. That's a nice, simple, modest way of life. All well and good. For people who aren't us. We're Oni. We don't do modesty or restraint. We take anything and everything we want. So if there's another name you want to add to your hypothetical new noble phantasm, just add it on top of fireworks. And that is the epic tale of how my new noble phantasm got its awesome name. Now let's keep this show going. Kaboom!
Ooh.
Bravo! What's all that about? We just shout whatever comes to mind when watching fireworks? Alright then, I'ma get in on this too. Arthur! Dojoji Bell, Form 108, Karyunagi. Was that a compliment when you said my bell doubles perfectly as an iron griddle? Oh, I'd better make sure to cook the boar inside all the way through, or dinner could get kind of messy. Alright, all done. Boudica! Boudica! Don't worry, there's plenty to go around. Good, good! Still as yummy as this is, it's getting a little boring having nothing but meat all the time.
I figured you might say that, so I got you some dessert. Here, have a macaron.
Ah, I didn't know that you could read minds. Guess this means masters have to know how to do all sorts of things. Ooh, must be rough. Believe me, I know how tiring it is, always trying to be considerate and stuff. So don't worry about that tonight. Tonight, all you and I have to think about is eating as much as we want.
I love Ibaraki. She's just so honest about everything.
Today was lots of fun, wasn't it? Eating succulent meat and sweet treats. Seeing pretty scenery, going swimming in the wide open sea. I guess tropical life isn't too bad. It's the perfect place to experience all the summer indulgences that humans love.
And is that our main stuff for now? We got Armament of Victory. This one's a decent command code. Increase critical star gather rate by 100% on the card it's engraved on. Its name means the sword that grants victory. It's said that the light it emits contains the people's wishes. Yeah, that's a pretty good command code, I mean. Throw it on, like, a buster card, or if you're running a quick servant on a quick card to guarantee getting a quick or a crit off, is pretty nice. And back to farming, as expected.